Welcome, this is Camilla Blossom, and this is Fairy Activism, Valentine's Blessing for Mother Earth. And I wanted to do something to spread the love and magic with the fairies, elementals, devas, all the different beings that we all work with. And part of the reason I wanted to do this was because some years back, about 15 years ago, I was in Hood River. I had my flower essence aromatherapy business. And I didn't have a Valentine, and I was like, I'm going to do an event that's a Valentine's blessing for Mother Earth because I just love her so much. And I know everyone on this call feels that way. So I set up this, I got driftwood from the Columbia River and made this like teepee in my office because it was cold out. And then I put a big bowl inside and I invited all my friends to come over and bring Valentine blessings for Mother Earth. And I also gave paper so people could write them out. They could actually write a note to her, or they could bring a poem or a song. So people came and they brought songs and poems, and it was just really sweet and lovely. And then we took all those and put them together and put them in the bowl and did kind of a blessing for Mother Earth. And it was so lovely. And then when the weather got a little better, I went down to this place along the Columbia River that is a really powerful place called Vanto Beach. And it's a little bit west of Hood River. And it always felt like a lot of powerful energy, like a portal for Mother Earth. And I've done a lot of water ceremony there with different people, and it's just a really powerful place. So I brought all the blessings with me. I just went by myself, and then I walked down there with this bowl and the blessing. And as soon as I got down there, I just felt this like vortex, like this opening of this portal. Not on the ground. There is one down there that I've been working with, this Mother Earth portal, but this was sort of like in the whole space, walking down to the water. And I just felt like, whoa, I am in the presence of Mother Earth herself here. And so I read each of these blessings and Valentines to her, and just had this like really profound experience of love and connection and opening. And so it just was such a beautiful experience, both of those things, that I thought it would be nice to do something this year to kind of open to the energy of love, to the energy that we all have for the elementals. And so I'd like to do a guided meditation together and just kind of see where we're taken, where we want to go, that will invite all the guides that we work with, the different beings, the fairies, elementals, whoever you work with and however you want that to happen, kind of gather our circle and go on this meditation. If you feel like you go off and want to do your own thing, that's fine. But just that we will be holding a container, a circle for this meditation, and to enter this state of love. And it felt important to begin with ourselves and then move out from there, because that's really how we connect and shine and influence more, is when we're carrying that within ourselves. So I honestly don't know where the meditation is going to go. I just felt it felt important to do it, and I'm really excited you're all here. And one of the messages that I wanted to share first, and then I want to kind of open it up if anyone has anything they want to add or anything that's coming in for them, or messages or guidance, anything, is to open to that. But this same message keeps coming in over and over again. And that is that these beings that we work with from nature and spirit and our guides and allies, they need instructions from us. Like they're waiting for us to give them instructions, to co-create with them so that we can be part of the circle. It's like stepping up to our rightful place in council with all these beings. And so, so I'd like to just open it up now. I'm going to put it back on the gallery view. And kind of see if anyone else wants to add. We have a few new, hi Danielle, a few more people, Mary. So glad everyone could come. And yeah, just kind of open it before we do the meditation. If there's any kind of energies coming through. I know personally, it's been very emotional and very intense this last week and even this last few days. And so I just want to honor that, like say that's where I am, kind of very vulnerable, emotional state. I'm maybe feeling what a lot of is going on the earth. I want to honor everyone's state, wherever you're at, emotionally, energetically, physically, in any way. I do feel that one of the things I really like to do with everything I do lately too is just ask that it be renewing and restorative and rejuvenating for you and your energy. So as you be of service, that you give and that you receive, and that in that your energy is renewed and restored. Because there is so much, what I recognize too, just to share this, and a lot of you probably are feeling this, so many of us light workers and people working with the different realms, we can feel really exhausted going through these different shifts all the time. And so to honor that, to really take care of ourselves, of course, but to know that a lot of our work is multidimensional. And so I was realizing that, like, yeah, we show up and we do our physical things and we show up for people and we do these kind of gatherings and they're all really amazing and important. But there's also so much work that each one of us is doing. Maybe 90% of our work, or a lot, is on all these different realms that we're not always aware of, those different multidimensional realms. And so a lot of us are doing tremendous big work, big work out there. And that's often why we can feel tired. And then add that to the fact we're all going through these ascension and energetic shifts all the time, can make it sometimes hard to even show up and do much on some days. Yesterday, I just didn't do anything the whole day, pretty much. So anyway, I guess just put that forward if anyone has anything they want to share on that, or what kind of any guidance too about what they're feeling in this time we have together.
Thank you, Kamala. I so appreciate this. My relationship with the fairies has always been them asking or telling me to do things, and I do those things for them. So I really appreciate, talking to them more, so that I'm asking for stuff.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the snow. It's snowing here today, our first day of snow, and I just came in from outside. I've been building snow bunnies.
Great.
Part of my fairy altars thing in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does feel like the crystalline snow fairies want to be with us today for sure, because I have a foot of snow.
They're playing with the snow bunnies right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think we get used to asking our guides, bringing the guidance through, channeling it through, and okay, what do we need to do? How do we need to show up? And so it is a different it's different to be co-creative equal with, you know, to see ourselves that way and to act that way. And we're learning, like, what do we really want from them, right? What are the instructions? What do we want them to do? Maybe that's a good question to think about.
I know last week I asked them for some guidance in making a actual fairy community out of this old fence post. And so there were certain ground rules that I was breaking. So they're like, okay, we're just going to stop. And you need to chill. You know, there's no straight edges, everything's in curves. It's just like, okay. And so I'm kind of, I'm in the corner having a timeout. And I love it because, you know, it's just kind of, the project is suspended and they're looking in on me and they're like, you need to focus on your dying dog and not worry about our condominium complex. And I'm like, cool. So there has been a change of kind of this give and take, because they love to give me orders. Like chores. A lot of chores.
But you're noticing it shift, that they're telling you to take care of yourself more and such. Is that what you're saying?
There's a big shift with all this galactic energy that we're going through as a solar system. And the sun's cranking it out, and my mockingbird is just having stare downs with me, and usually he kind of keeps a distance, and now he's just like, let's do telepathic. I'm like, oh, God. So yeah, it's been pretty strong the last 10 days.
Yeah, it has.
And I'm with you about days that nothing gets done. I'm like,
No, we need that, really. Well, it's interesting the birds came in. I was wondering if anyone else had bird things, because this morning I was mentioning, I think to Penny, that a bird was, like, it was snowy, really snowy here, and I'm outside and I hear this really loud bird sound. I'm like, where is that? And I didn't see it, but then later I saw its prints, its bird prints in the snow. I'm like, it was really cool just to see that, like, evidence. Oh yeah, presence of bird, whatever kind, maybe a blue jay. So they're with us. Anyone else? All right. Well, maybe we'll explore some of these things in the meditation and just let that come through. All right. And feel free to leave things in the comment. I mean, if I'm in the middle of doing something, I might not see it right away, but I'll look there every so often. Oh, and someone's asking about connecting, learning to connect. Definitely. Part of these meditations, I know some of you have done a lot of this kind of work before. Some of you are new. So I'm happy to kind of open that gateway. I do tend to be, for some reason, like a catalyst, just helping people, even if they don't know how. And I think other people in this group probably are this way too, that just being together with others that are into this, we kind of create and weave a circle where it's much easier to connect. And a lot for me is about using your imagination, even pretending, you know, opening to your inner child, to your heart. We'll do some meditation to kind of sink in. But one of the ways too that I like to connect is a chant they taught me. And so we can do that to open up the circle. And I just ask for a simple prayer that we can use to connect with elementals, air, earth, fire, and water. And so you're welcome to do it along with me. And it's Mer, Fae, Pele, Gnome. So Mer for water, fairies, Fae for fairies and air, Pele for fire, and Gnome, which is like Om for for earth. And so that's a nice way that just going into the toning and going into that energy moves you into the elements and the elementals. And then we'll be calling forth those that want to work with you. And just to know that people are really different how they perceive. So some of you may, have a visual and kind of see an image or a suggestion of a being. Other people are much more kinesthetic. They feel, you tend to feel there's someone there, or use your knowing, use your imagination, and just trust that whatever you experience is exactly what you need to. And even if you go to sleep or you don't get anything, just know that you're receiving the attunements, the energies, the circle, the collective council circle that we're creating is bringing through whatever you need. And that's really my intention for these, is that we each receive what we need in terms of, renewal, healing, attunement, and also that we learn to be of service in a greater way. So, and if you have more questions about that, we can talk a little more too. All right. So to begin with, and I always like to do these kind of rituals ahead of time. So these are also good suggestions for things I do for connecting with elementals. So we're going to do an offering. We're going to ask permission. I'm going to light a candle and kind of open the space and call in the different beings, call inner circle, set creative, sacred creative space, and kind of see where they want us to go. And light a candle for the spirit of all the fairies and elementals that are your personal guides and the ones that wish to join us in this love fest. And I'd like to give an offering first to the spirits of all the lands that all of us are on. We have someone in the UK and we have people all over the US. And so I'm going to give a pinch of tobacco and just spend a moment to really honor the ancestors of the lands where you are at this time. The Cowlitz, Chinook, and Yakima people. We recognize and honor them and all the indigenous people of all the lands that we're connecting to today. Thank you. And those that are healed and whole of the ancestors that like to join with us. They like to work with the fairies too. And then for the fairies and elementals, devas, unicorns, magical ones. I've got some mica, which is very sparkly and I love it. So we're going to put some on the circle in the altar. And we give these gifts to the fairies and we'll ask permission to work with them, that we have permission to go very deep and work with these elementals, devas, fairies, whoever it is that comes in the cosmic sovereign law of one, honoring our sovereignty and we honoring theirs for the highest good of all. I'm going to do a little bit of lavender and some calendula petals too. I find the winter it's really nice to do really fragrant things to kind of get the energy that we don't get to smell things. So. And the water fairies and dragons love that. I have some calendula, which is yellow. And actually Bigfoot likes these too. The yellow ones. I have some rose petals here too. Okay. You can settle yourself in. And we call in these beautiful fairy beings. Call in first your personal guides and allies, and then all these fairies, elementals of air, earth, fire, water. And we'll chant for a moment to them, just to really call in and anchor them in each of the directions, so we're nice and grounded. And let yourself ground into the crystalline grid of Mother Earth, all the way into her core, to connect with her communication system. And connect your heart with Mother Earth's heart. Imagine that heartbeat of Mother Earth. Synchronizing with your heartbeat. And the heartbeat of everyone in our circle. And all of nature. All the beings, the Devas, the fairies, the unicorns, the magical ones. They're coming in to sit in council with us, to be together. Call upon the crystalline fairies of the snow. I would see them as turquoise, icy blue. And call in the spirit grandmothers. And any other guides that you work with are welcome to be here. Any angels, ascended masters, goddesses, ancestors that are healed and whole. And just forming our council, grounding it into the land. And using your breath to bring your presence fully into your body. And seeing those roots in Mother Earth from your body. Your root chakra grounded deep. And then moving up your body into your heart. Letting the earth energy come up your feet into your heart. And then also out your branches, out your crown. And connecting up to the sun, great central sun, the galactic sun, the universal sun, and connect with that crystalline grid as well. Sun as source, as creator, as God, goddess, all there is. The energy of light, let that flow down into you. And let the light from above fill your body into your crown, fill your whole body, your heart. And let it mix with the earth energy of Mother Earth and all the beings of nature. And as you feel this mix, just imagine yourself shining and getting brighter and bigger, and let your consciousness expand out. Expand as big as your house, as big as your neighborhood, as big as the city, as big as your state and the country, as big as the earth, as big as the cosmos. Your consciousness is that big. You can see it like the sky or the ocean. And just experience that sense of yourself and bring that energy into your heart so you can fully feel. The language of nature is our feelings. Even if it feels uncomfortable, if you can move your energy down into your body, into your heart. And breathe. And invite you to open to your fairy or elemental or magical guide that wishes to work with you today. Maybe help you receive more love, help you send more love out to Mother Earth. Just open that love connection that flows in both directions. It might even be a cupid or a fairy or gnome. There might be several beings. But just open your imagination and allow them, without reaching out, just allow them to come to you with no attachment, no judgment. You may just see like an energy of fire, or just a color, or a being. Whatever you experience, just open your heart to that being. You can even imagine a rainbow moving between your heart and this being's heart to kind of open that flow. Or if there's another color or some fairy dust or mica or something that's opening up this energy between you and this being, just invite you. It's like your beloved one, beloved being has come to be with you in that state of love. And as much as you can receive, just allow your cells, all the spaces in your heart, in your body to receive the love, receive that nourishment of the earth, of nature, of this being. And let this being, or it could be a plant even too, whatever this being is, whatever frequencies they carry or can channel for you. Just allow yourself to receive if there's any other frequencies, any other colors. I'm getting green for some people, like a beautiful lime green. There's a pink coming in. There's yellows and oranges. So just letting your heart and your body fill with the colors that replenish you, that feed you, that your body needs, that may be missing or you need more of, or you need for harmonizing. Just let yourself fill with fairy dust, beams of light, or if it's a unicorn, you can allow the unicorn horn. And I'm seeing too that there's some beings who are sending energy in the back of our heart chakra. So just open to anywhere else that these beings of nature, these fairies, elementals, are sending in this love energy. Because the back of the heart is a lot about our inner child. So you can invite either the same being or another one. Just receive in through the back of your heart to fill the back of your heart. And also seeing that your heart is often filled up from below. So let the energy come up from below and fill up your heart that way. So it becomes full. Full of light. I'm seeing these beautiful lights. So just kind of feel in or recognize what your heart may be experiencing in this circle. And I'd like to do a little weaving of our council. So everyone on the call, there's 15 of us, and connecting and weaving with the fairies, the circle of light, this sacred container that's safe, that's blessed, that's grounded and connected. And in this weaving, we're weaving with all the different councils of the dragons and the unicorns and the gnomes and the water fairies, water devas, the air sylphs, Bigfoot, the crystalline ones, snow fairies, in the center, I'm seeing this beautiful kind of snow scenery, icy fountain of water. I'm also seeing fire there too. So allowing that fire to start maybe melting some of this, the coldness, or any places inside you that feel frozen or cold, or we're going to start bringing in some fiery energy to the circle. Nice. So now just stand tall in this sense of yourself and your beautiful sense of love. The love that you carry within yourself. And then connecting that in a circle. So we link our hearts, our higher selves with each other in the circle with this council. And we bring our attention to the center of the circle. And we're going to build the energy by directing and asking all these beings to be with us as we direct our prayers, our offerings, our love, our gratitude, all these energies of love that we have for the earth. Maybe think about the places that you love so much. A waterway, a waterfall, a river, a forest, a mountain, your favorite places in nature. And think about those places with love. We're going to build this, it's like a fiery sun energy in the center of our circle. You may see it in a different way, but however you see it, we're going to build this energy. And we're going to offer this to the Mother Earth. We're going to offer this energy to flow down into the Mother Earth and into her heart. So just imagine this flow starting to open like veins, or from a volcano even, that sense of these veins moving down into the center of the earth, into her heart. Or along her grid, wherever you feel called to connect with Mother Earth. And honoring those inner earth beings. I can see it's building up more and starting to circulate. So just feeding that love. Seeing lots of greens and lots of orange. Orange is like the earth, and the green energy of the plants with the fire. And just allowing that to build bigger and bigger. And then imagining this fireball, this ball of love that we're creating, and asking for the elementals to create with us. Ask the fire dragon, the earth dragon, the air dragon, the water dragon. Ask the fairies. Give them instructions to help us build this beautiful energy of love. And then let this energy that's in the center of us to expand out, the consciousness of this love to expand out in all directions, like a shining sun. And we ask to spread this love all over the planet. And if there's places that you're getting, either where you are or somewhere that you feel really needs this love, this energy, this attention from the fairies and elementals, we'll just ask for them to go to these places, these portals, these grid lines, these places on the earth, and do their work there, harmonize those places, balance, align. And you can even imagine like layers of color, of rainbow or different colors that come into your consciousness being laid in the lands that you're drawn to focus on. You might see layers. I'm seeing a lot of green, layers of emerald green from Venus. There's a lot of Venus energy. So I want to open to those Aquarian, Venus, Star Nation energies. And flood our planet with that cosmic energy of love as well. You can also see the Glastonbury tour, letting the energy come down into that tour and spread in the lands throughout the world, through that sacred site. And if you'd like to connect a little more with the being that you worked with, the fairy or being you worked with at the beginning, and see if there's more that you want to do with this being at this time. Is there somewhere that you want to go and receive the help of this being? Or the being might have ideas too for you. So we'll just do some work on our own. Maybe the mountain spirits, the waters, the forests. Any balancing, sing some balancing for the earth. And just let your joy wash through as you do this. Come from a place of joy. True service is of joy. And if you just need to receive and don't feel like you can extend out and give, that's fine. Just allow yourself to receive and you'll be filling, doing as much as when we give. Nice. Seeing the infinity symbol come in, it's kind of the giving and receiving and balance within ourselves, in the earth, how we give, receive. I'd really love for this energy of love that we are basking in and enjoying and cultivating to send this as well to any of the hearts on this planet that need healing, that need love, that need to break open, that need attention, that need appreciation, that feel lonely, that are alone. Just send that love to all the animals and people and places, spirits of homes, rivers, devas, they can feel that way. If there's any healing that they need. I'm seeing a lot of solar rays coming down, like golden consciousness. Just allowing that to spread through all the veins of the earth. The golden veins are the great rivers of Mother Earth. See her veins, her waters, golden consciousness, pure and healed, and in joy. See all the trees breathing with the Mother Earth. And invite you to anything else that feels important for you to do to spread love and medicine, harmony, balance, whatever it is that you wish to offer or receive and receive. Nice. Just a few more minutes. Feeling lots of peace and happy celebration from the fairies and elementals and Devic realms. They're so excited. We worked with them. I can feel them celebrating and dancing. So let's just spend a minute dancing and being with them in a joyful way as we finish up. If there's more that needs to continue on, feel free to allow that, but we're gonna start bringing ourselves, our bodies, ourselves back to our bodies. Say thank you to your guides. Thank you for this circle, for all of these beings, for joining us in council. And start bringing yourself, moving your body, tapping your legs and arms, wiggling your fingers and toes, coming back into the circle again. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Felt very peaceful, just like a building of a lot of replenishing energy, peace energy, making a lot of just sacred space. Felt very kind of calming, not like a lot of action and excitement needed right now, but just really deep, going into our heart more, connecting in that way. So I'd love to open it up, and any sharing, I'd love to hear. You can either put a comment or come on and speak.
I can go. It felt very peaceful to me too, very flowing. I was surprised I had a unicorn, which I don't normally work with unicorns. But then when you said something about the horn, I had already felt the horn kind of go up into my throat, which was interesting. So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Penny. Yeah, it felt like a lot of us need to receive right now too. I know I do. So a lot of, even though we were in service and helping, it felt like a lot of it was to make sure. It's kind of like whenever we receive, we give, and whenever we give, we receive. So it's kind of opening that. Danny, I'll share what she said. When you said that the back of the heart space is the inner child, I see a group of 12 fairies go to that space. Nice. Yeah. I also see a unicorn and my guardian angel coming in. Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Well, I would add that in the beginning it was the unicorn energy, and well, I often think that that's an energy that comes with you, but definitely was right there. Right, that was very fun, magical, and then it was really, for me, it was about the tree energy and just feeling the roots and the connection up to the source energy, but then really grounding it. And it was a very quiet, as other people have said, and just, it's like filling up the heart. It was like being really just blessed with the love, almost being loved back, right? Just, really just be open to receive that. And then the last thing was, just as we were coming to a closure, I was remembering a dream that I've had in these last few weeks. And it was all these dragons and what looked like UFOs, but who knows? But anyway, it was just this whole line of them. And I just like literally was standing and watching them go by. And I think that came back to me because that's what it felt like today. It was just a reminder, like we are not alone. lots of help and support as we go through this evolution.
Yes. That's a good one. Thanks for saying that. It felt important that we know that, right? That we really experience that, especially being so isolated. I know I've been going through some isolation issues. Sharon, I'd love to share what she says. She's in the UK. I connected with a being who's connected to a beautiful field maple tree
You're frozen, Camila.
Okay.
I thought maybe it was me, but it sounds like she maybe dropped off for all of us.
Yeah, because I was the second person on and it says now that I'm the host. It's still recording, so I'll read what Sharon said. I connected with a being who is connected to a beautiful field maple tree on the side of Glastonbury Tor. She sits in the flow of the merry ley line. It was quite beautiful. We sent healing energy out across the land to all the lost places. Let's see what lost places. Covered in concrete where there is despair and the spirits have been pushed out and forgotten. We worked on bringing healing to those places. She said there is a never-ending supply of this healing love that can be sent out across the land through the spirit paths ley lines. It was quite beautiful. Lots of pinky purple light. I feel very peaceful now. So I wonder when she comes back in.
There's a lot of people who have lost power, so.
Right. Right. I know, like in Portland, a bunch of people lost power.
Yeah, I'm further out in the gorge and I have over 12 inches of snow. And I think Camilla said where she is just north of Vancouver also. Hey, you made it back.
Camilla. So I just finished reading Sharon's post.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I just kept praying to the fairies to bring me back. My internet sometimes does fun things, so.
Yay, techno elemental.
Yay. I know.
Oh, I thought you left on purpose. You're like,
Gotta go.
gotta go. Watch, I can come right back.
Right. Well, what's pretty cool though is even though I'm the host and like doing the recording and everything,
Yeah.
even if I get kicked off, it continues. You guys continue and it keeps recording. So I'm like, yay for technology. But
There's an autopilot.
yeah, exactly. I don't know how it does that, but that's good. So I had my little quiet time in the corner. So anyone else?
So, this is what they want me to show you. This is the start of the fairy condominium.
Mm.
And with this meditation, they were like, when you put each piece together with love, then you can start again. I was like, oh, okay.
So they gave you instructions for how to do it.
Yeah, like those little bird tracks in the snow are on my shoulders. They're like, if you put a piece on without pure essential love, we'll stop you. I'm like, okay.
It would be cute with some little tiny ladders.
Oh, that's in the works. That's in the works. The upper one you can only get to by strings and webs. They want kind of like your hair, Annie. They want like long silky yarn that comes down. So it's not there's no human architecture at all. At all. Thank you. That was a great guidance. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'll
Hi.
share.
Hi,
Hi,
Scott.
Camilla.
Nice to see you
I
here.
miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like really underground most of the time. Lots of seeds, lots of just like earth, calm and quiet and cold, which was okay, and felt like secure, you know, under the insulation. And then when you were bringing in like the energy from our backs, it really helped like me realize, oh, like this is helpful for my tension in my shoulders. I really needed and need. So yeah, definitely feeling the receiving energy too, and appreciating how you're asking us to be like in communion in like a balanced way that's like reciprocal and not feel like we are guilty and we have to like. And I was just having a conversation with one of my friends who's an herbalist about like this, like I feel like sometimes when we're being taught how to like ask and take from plants, that there can be this like shaming, guilting thing that comes along with it, like but that the plants are like joyous and they like want to be part of our world. They just also don't want us to like overtake and like essentially abuse and use them, right? But that's like at the communion, it goes both ways, and kind of like Robin Wall Kimmerer explains in Braiding Sweetgrass that like they did a research study on a stand of plants that got harvested and they actually grew back better. So just that like communion goes both ways. I really appreciated you bringing that in. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's another really important one. Thanks for sharing that, Sky. The importance of our joy, you know, like I think there is so much shadow for us humans, you know, that like, how do we make amends for what our race has done, right? But truly, what's going to heal is love, and the Mother Earth and all the beings need our joy. And like, anytime I come to something from kind of duty or responsibility, it's kind of like you get kicked out of it. It's like Skander talking about, you have to approach things a certain way. And I think, I'm sure a lot of you experience that too, of the different ways we can approach things and how important it is to come from that place. And I got a message actually from my unicorn the other day. I was doing some business stuff. This is uni. And he was like, wait, how did he say that? He said, thrive, don't strive. So that's his message about, you know, we've been taught to kind of strive or accomplish or be productive or don't laze around, or, you know, whatever the thing is. And that kind of striving energy. And I know it's not how it works. Creativity works. It's really, if you want to thrive, it's be more like the unicorns, right? Be more like the fairies. So anyone else want to share?
It was very sweet. Anyway, I wanted to show, I just made a little fairy house.
Oh,
It's a little door and a couple windows.
nice.
My inside and outside, there's tons of fairy altars. And now there's snow bunnies.
Good. Did Pete want to share? Thank you, Annie. I love your little on the spot house. Pete, did you want to share?
Yes, sure. I'd love to share. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It was a lovely experience, and thank you. The earth element was really powerful, really, really grounding, and I appreciate all that, and everybody sharing everything about the unicorns. I just got these real, like, they're amethyst crystals, but they're like only a little bit of the shiny stuff, and then like big heavy rocks underneath that aren't shiny. They aren't the crystal and purple, but just like the brown. So like really heavy with a little bit of the shiny on top. And they're not in this room or anything, but I had an opportunity to connect with them for the first time after having them come to me a couple months ago, and then sharing them with a friend. And so I really want to thank you and all the spirits and the Devas of those earth elementals that are with us today. There's another joy to share, which is that the 4 colors that I heard you describe, as soon as you said the lime green, the neon green, that's a color that many intuitives seem to pick for me when they look at my aura and such. So I was happy to resonate with that. But then you added on the pink and the orange and the yellow. And so those 4 colors are the colors that I painted onto my didgeridoo when I was at the Fairy Congress this year. Those 4, and they're all super neon. I'll show it to y'all sometime, but that was orcas at Pacific Northwest, and it pulled me up here to now I live in Oregon. I was living in California. So it's very affirming now that I live in Oregon to be have those colors be channeled to me in that way, and meaning different things to different folks in different ways. But for me, it was a very welcoming thing. And yeah, I think I'll stop there. I really appreciated this experience, and many thanks to everyone here, all the humans and all of the wonderful, blessed friends and allies in other realms. We really feel great gratitude, and thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the colors definitely wanted to be part of it. So anyone else? Okay. So why don't we close our circle, and okay. So I'd like to thank everybody, all the humans, all the spirits from nature, from above, from below, from all the directions, the ancestors, Star Nation, Fairy Realm, all the beings. Thank you so much for dancing this dance of love with us today. Very grateful for the thriving that we did with all the beings. And may that continue on to circulate in our own hearts, in our own lives, with our own kin and communities, and also all across the lands, all across the earth, all across the cosmos. And those are the instructions too we can give to all these beings to continue to open up these places and open up these beings to the love, to know that we humans love them deeply and care about them and want to communicate and be with them and help bring restoration and renewal and love. Thank you. Thank you so much. And before we go, I just want to let people know if they want to do some more Earth School events. I have a bunch of things coming up, so I just will name them, and I'll be sending out information in my newsletter, or you can ask me. But I'm doing a grandmother lodge that's 2 parts for Peace Grandmother and the White Animals. And that's February 24th and March 10th. And a Western Red Cedar journey with Sidhe Abrams is going to be a sound and toning experience, to work with sound and toning, to connect with the cedar and to learn how to really work with your voice. And definitely good for throat chakra, for bringing our creativity out in the world and our leadership. And she's a beautiful singer and sound healer. Also, my friend who's a Native American is going to be doing wisdom teachings. His name's Golden Eagle, Marshall Jack. and he's going to be doing a class too. So a couple guest classes, and he'll be teaching about ways to connect to Mother Earth in the native ways that he feels very blessed to share with others. And then also one other, it's called Heal Thy Fairy Self, which I'm going to be teaching with Andrea, who's someone I work with a lot. We do a lot of fairy activations and different work together. And so that's going to be working on the lineage. For those who went to the Fairy Congress, it's some of the lineage work I did there, but we're going to go a little deeper into that for 2 hours, really do journeys to connect with our homelands, with the fairy lineage that takes us back through our origins. So that'll be good too. So I'm really excited, like all sorts of things are coming up. So thank you all so much. And I'm gonna stop the recording, but if anyone